Let's talk about the furry comic Tales from Graycove. Standing at a very petite 33 pages, it is quite possibly one of the shortest comics I've ever taken a look at, but what I found was worth every second of investigation. With its breathtaking establishing shots, warm colors, and excellent character designs, Tales from Graycove reports to be a post-apocalyptic Earth that has already made humans extinct, healed itself, and moved on to the next era of civilization. That is, furries. There are apparently ruins and other such places with plenty of artifacts and sturdy materials to recover, and furry civilization sits pretty firmly in the medieval European era of technology. You'll see people in suits of armor, but you'll also spot things like CDs and art supplies and other stuff from a bygone era. Apparently, you can just go pick stuff up and make use of it yourself. Maybe the humans haven't actually been gone for very long. Not more than a couple of generations. It's hard to say. No one seems to have a calendar or anything for me to study or make estimations with, and it's clearly not a nuclear winter or anything. Everything is still bright and healthy and overflowing with life. People are just gone, and the ruins and rusted out cars are all that remain. We join main character Hazel the deer. It's her first day joining the town guard of Graycove. Deer are strange and unique compared to other animals, as when Hazel cracks her back in the morning, her spots light up like a glow stick. Having spots as a deer means that she's quite young, but apparently she's old enough to be a town guard, so here we are. What does the glowing mean? Good question. There's no magic or anything in this comic, at least not so far, so it's hard to say what the glowing actually is. My god, just look at this artwork. Look at all the warm colors and little details and things. This comic is nothing if not gorgeous when it wants to be. Lots of plant life, interesting buildings, ruins, and other things just laying around in the background. It really is amazing. Anyway, Hazel is assigned to Griff, an older and more pessimistic wolf guard whose partner, Bernard the bear, is missing. The search for him includes putting up missing posters and not much else. Where he went or why isn't clear. He's simply MIA and they've yet to turn up any clues. Griff is an angry worrier and Hazel is sort of caught in the crossfire. It's sort of a how dare you stand where he stood, he's not dead, he's missing sort of anger. Hazel, however, is not a toothless rookie. She quickly puts Griff in his place, telling them that while she understands his stress, it doesn't give him the right to treat her like shit. Points for having a backbone, dear girl. I'm impressed. Great way to establish character. While they're out doing guardsman things in the marketplace, an informant of Hazel's gives her a rather intricate map that highlights a lot of good hotspots in the wilds outside of town for them to search for Bernard. The thing about this comic is it feels older than it seems. I'm sensing some serious Adventure Time DNA in this one, not just because of the art style, but in the bright and colorful post-apocalyptic setting. This setting, while overgrown and storybook-like, is very obviously hiding a lot of secrets. I think this comic has yet to really tip its hand about the grand scheme of things, really. What happened to the humans? Why is the world recovering so quickly? What apocalyptic event happens that wipes out people and rapidly evolves the animals into their own cross-species society? there's some serious history here, and while I'm not asking for an essay or anything, I do hope that there's some lore woven into the comic, as it's clearly been some time since the humans vanished, but not too long, if you know what I mean. Based on the state of decay of some things, whatever happened, it clearly happened within the past couple of 100 years, not tens of thousands of years or anything like that. Obviously, there's not a lot to talk about evidence-wise, with only 30-something pages to its name, but I feel like this comic is really gonna go places, and fast. Usually, I have a hard and fast rule about not reviewing comics that are less than 50 pages long, but there's just something about this one. The colors, the art style, the well-defined characters and dialogue. This comic oozes with talent and drive and purpose. I feel like this artist has something to say, and they're gonna say it with this gorgeous world that they're already painting in such a short number of pages. So, all that being said, should you read Tales from Graycove? Absolutely. I hope this comic experiences a rise in popularity and pages, because rare be it that I see a talent like this that is this concentrated, has this much warmth and, I guess, identity is the word I'm looking for. While yes, it reminds me very much of Adventure Time with its art style and warm, overgrown apocalyptic setting, I don't know, there's something about it that makes me think this comic is gonna make it big, and soon. This isn't a rom-com or a slice of life or anything like a lot of other furry comics. It's not so easily defined. Based on the sheer amount of detail, background lore, and excellent artwork, Tales from Graycove could very easily become the next I Think I Like You, enjoying a meteoric rise in readers and fans, if it plays its cards right and continues to update. If this author has a plan, continues on some sort of schedule, and swings for the cheap seats, I think this comic stands to become very popular and beloved. I say, check it out.